This is the Daily Technology Pulse podcast. Welcome aboard.
Welcome one and all to the Technology Pulse podcast, powered by Daily. I'm Rick from Daily, and I'm proud to be your host for this episode that will take a look at the world of data science. But before we go there, I do want to take a moment, since I have your ear, so to speak, to provide a little information. I want to remind you you can find us on the web at www.daly.com. You can also find us on social media. We're on LinkedIn and Twitter under our official company name. And yes, I did do the air quotes, even though you can't see me. Our official company name is Daily Computers. I want to say, don't let that name fool you. We are more than just computers. For example, did you know that Daily has a proven and trained team of technical specialists that can consult with you on your IT or AV projects and guide you to effective and cost-effective solutions? If you want to learn more, contact us at solutions@daily.com. I also want to remind you that your feedback on the Technology Pulse podcast is always welcome. You can reach out to me directly at ricko@daily.com. I'd love to get your comments, concerns, criticisms, stock tips, guesses on who might win the big game at the end of the NFL season, or anything else you want to throw at me. Figuratively, of course. Okay, with all of that said, let's get on with the podcast. Today, we're joined by Kristin Hempstead. She's HP's North American Business Development Manager for Data Science and AI Solutions. Kristin, welcome to the Technology Pulse.
Yes, Rick. Thank you for having me.
We are certainly glad to have you on the Technology Pulse. Tell us a little bit about your role, because I have to say, hearing that title, Data Science and AI Solutions, I'm thinking you're in this lab, bunch of blinking lights. It's looking sort of like a scene out of Star Trek: The Next Generation, but I'm thinking control room on a spaceship.
Yeah, that's actually quite a compliment. I like that about the Star Trek. So my role at HP is, I'll just say it again because it's a mouthful, North America Business Development Manager for Public Sector. So that includes your education customers, state, local agencies around data science solutions and artificial intelligence solutions. So in other words, I help customers in collaboration with our HP sales team and value partners like Daily to find the best technology solutions and resources for their initiatives and projects focused on data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning.
I hear data science and I'm thinking of, pasty complected android who's sitting there at a station. So I'm sure that's not exactly what data science is. Can you explain to us what exactly is data science and how that differs, say, from AI or computer science or any of the other like terms?
Absolutely. And I think we're actually getting pretty close to having droids around all the time, given all the news around robots lately. When we're talking about, so I'm going to take data science and AI versus computer science. We're going to break them down with a few key points that I want to point out, because I know education customers, they do a lot of computer science, and that's a very familiar term where, data science and AI is, like you mentioned, kind of Star Trek-y futuristic. So first, let's talk definitions. Computer science is basically the study of computers and computational technologies to foster technological growth and advancement. So it covers the entire technological field, which is a superset of data science. So data science is within computer science. Now, data science is defined as the study of various forms of data to extract some sort of result or outcome, and focuses on the management of that data. Data science, which is a subset of computer science, where the study of data is done by using those different methods and technologies, is an umbrella term that includes artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So artificial intelligence is data science.
So has the curriculum changed, or is it basically the same as what's been taught in the past?
Now, most schools and teachers are teaching computer science at some level, and it has existed for many years in academia, where data science is a much newer, recently evolved and developing branch of science and technology. And while, as you see, higher education institutions have tons of degree programs, certificates, and boot camps around data science, most K through 12s are still exploring how to adapt data science and artificial intelligence courses into their curriculum. And quite honestly, a lot of the schools in the US are quite behind given the rest of the world in doing this.
So without data science, there is no AI and there is no machine learning.
Correct. Yes.
That's obviously a huge step because, like you said, computer science is around forever. I can remember the days when we were studying, well, this is what a byte is, and talking binary code, and we got into basic. Obviously, computer science has to evolve because technology has evolved, but we're taking things way into, like you said, almost futuristic levels.
You're exactly right. As we continue into what, I don't know if you've heard of the fourth industrial revolution. Most people have. It's kind of a buzz term that's been around since, I want to say, 2015. Basically, what that involves is the rapid change of technology in industries, societal patterns, and processes due to increasing interconnectivity and automation, all being driven by technology and data. So your refrigerator now has a chip in it, and now your refrigerator is telling you the door is open or that the temperature is wrong, right? I mean, we have technology in everything nowadays. So naturally, there are new skills around data science needed around this fourth industrial revolution that students will be needing now that are not being taught in most schools, such as programming, processing large data sets, and computer visualization, which of course allows the computer kind of to see via artificial intelligence. So because of automation and the use and development of AI on so many levels and within virtually everything, machines are doing more and more, which is causing jobs in information systems and data processing, for example, to move more towards machines replacing people doing these jobs and making those jobs irrelevant.
Even though we're talking about, okay, so there are certain types of jobs that are going away, they're going away because they're being replaced with technology, but then there still has to be a job created to help that technology.
So the good news around that is that these jobs are moving away from information and data processing into new data science fields, creating new careers with titles like Python developer, machine learning engineer, and business intelligence developer. I'll give you a little statistic here. In the US, data science is in the top 15 of the fastest growing occupations and is projected to have a 31% growth over the next 10 years. Current students of today, 10 years from now, will be in the workforce. These are skills they need to learn today on how to understand this type of career, which is absolutely available for everybody out there and could really help with the digital divide that we're all talking about.
That is fascinating stuff. It's almost like the old analogy of the person who got replaced. He used to screw the caps onto the tubes of toothpaste, and then they replaced him with the machine. So he learned how to fix the machine for when it broke down.
Exactly. It's just going to keep evolving and evolving and evolving until we get to the next revolution, right? And then we'll be on to something else.
Very true. You're talking about prepping students for these future careers, and that is fantastic that we're putting this into the classroom. So what exactly do those skills look like? What do students need to be good at today or tomorrow in order to be successful in this new type of career?
When we talk to employers around what skills are native and needed for data scientists, the top three are data visualization, Python, and SQL. Currently, many of the schools of today in K through 12 are not teaching this in their computer science curriculum because it hasn't been necessary until now. Other skills that are very important for students to be successful in the workforce of the future include working with a team, having good communication skills, and being business savvy. When I recently searched for AI data science jobs on Indeed.com, I found 276,000 jobs available with data analytics, 163,000 for Python developers, and over 73,000 for professionals with algorithm experience. So as you can see, right now, and as the future goes, this is only going to increase with the need for these future professionals to have these skills and get into the workforce and be successful adults.
And is that why HP decided to venture into data science? Because it saw there's a huge need for these types of workers?
Yes. So HP has always been a company that's known to keep reinventing itself. You know, we've been around for a very long time as a technology company since 1939. Our first customer was Walt Disney, helping them make Fantasia with the oscillator. So we pride ourselves in definitely being on the cusp of what the future looks like in technology. And as we have studied the next big technological trends, it is clear that data science is going to have a huge effect on the future in any and every aspect of life. HP has several solutions that will help these students and the teams of teachers, staff, help them build the correct skill set with the right technology that are needed to make them successful. HP and my team in particular is working hard to understand what the future data scientist, data engineer, and data science student looks like. HP has a team of data science ambassadors as well, who are an accomplished group working in all industries doing data science at expert levels. Now, these individuals are helping us test our solutions and create new technologies, services, and solutions that will make the workflows for data scientists, whether they're students or professionals, easier and produce the most effective outcomes.
And I could just imagine that all of this data science, all the data visualization, all the programming and developing, I imagine that's going to need a lot of computing power.
Absolutely. So when it comes to that, the big computing power involves a lot of cores in your processors, a lot of graphics power, and a lot of memory or RAM. So that's what's trending currently.
HP obviously offers those types of solutions. What are the models that we're looking at for those requirements?
Yes. So whenever you're talking about our data science solutions specifically, that is in our Z by HP workstation lineup. And when you're talking about K through 12s or higher education, our Z2 Tower is a phenomenal solution because it can do everything, has up to a 700-watt power supply as well. Now, when you're talking about using all that, all those cores, a higher processor, higher GPU, more memory, you're going to need more power. And what's nice about something like our Z2 Tower, or if you want to upgrade it to our Z4 Tower Workstation desktop, is they are very easy to future-proof. And they're very easy to update the graphics card and add more memory because they have a lot of DIMM slots in them. We also offer some great mobile solutions. One of them is the ZBook Power, which was actually designed for students in the STEM and STEAM environment. And that's a great data scientist beginner tool. It comes up to an A2000 graphics card on the NVIDIA side. So you can do plenty of power with that. And if you're looking for much more powerful mobile workstations, we have the ZBook Studio, which is thin and light, but again, has that 8-core i9 processor or Xeon processor, as well as up to an A5000 NVIDIA graphics card, as well as the Fury, which is a 16-inch mobile workstation, and it's a little bit bigger and heavier. But what that allows for is more room to put more memory, more storage, and then you can get all the way up to that A5000 graphics card again. So we have all the solutions, and within our solutions, we offer some value adds that you're not going to see from any other hardware vendors, including what we call our data science software stack. And what that data science software stack allows for is it can come pre-installed from the factory, or you can download it on our website. It's pretty much a repository of about 30 data science tools that are used on open source software, where the data scientist or end user can automatically start using these tools instead of going and downloading them themselves. They're ready to go right out of the box. So that is one of the value adds. And the other one we offer is we have a great relationship with Linux and Ubuntu, which is very important to data scientists. If you are going to be a data scientist, whether you're, a K through 12 student or a professional, you will be using Linux and Ubuntu because those open source software tools are all run through that. And we have what's called Windows Subsystem for Linux too. And that is a Windows OS with a Linux kernel that allows you to seamlessly toggle back and forth to Linux and Windows and allow the end user to do both without latency and without restarting. It's a great tool.
I know that Daily has placed Z by HP in several areas with our customers: Anne Arundel County Government, Maryland National Capital Parks and Planning, Anne Arundel County Public Schools, Maryland Department of Transportation, definitely a big one, including all of their silos, Motor Vehicle Administration, State Highway Administration. So it seems Daily customers are seeing the benefits of Z by HP.
That is great to hear, Rick, and I hope they are. And please, if they have any questions, send them my way.
We will definitely do that. Understanding that this is the future, sometimes that can take the folks on the budgeting side and give them a few more gray hairs or make some hairs fall out. Are there any types of resources that are available that would help them to adopt this type of technology a little faster?
Yes, that's a great question because I think a workstation that has a lot of cores, a lot of processing power, a lot of graphics power, a lot of RAM, all of that equals dollar signs, right? So the big one that I definitely want to mention is that HP has a relationship with the grants program. And I believe the site is grantsprogramllc.com, but you can just Google HP Grants Program. That is an organization that helps write grants for their projects. So if you're looking to expand your computer science program or start a computer science program that includes data science, AI, machine learning, they can help you write this grant based on what the needs are and what the technology is they're looking for. And I just want to be clear here, it's completely vendor agnostic. It's not about buying HP equipment. That would be great if you guys did that, but it is more about getting that grant and getting the funds so that schools can start getting these programs with the right technology into their curriculum. They can also, and I really want to stress this, it's really great for schools to talk to other technology partners in addition to their hardware vendor, Intel, Microsoft, NVIDIA, AMD, and understand their vision and goals around data science for their customers and especially for education, because they're doing a lot around these initiatives as well and with the digital divide. I do want to mention when it comes to resources for education and data science, there are programs that could also potentially help, like Project Lead the Way. There's another one called CS for All, and they offer a lot of different tools, resources, as well as a lot of them do conferences and summits every year. So it's a great resource in understanding what other schools are doing. That's one more thing I would like to mention. A lot of times school districts, maybe they talk to other school districts, maybe they don't. As an HP customer advocate myself, I've connected a lot of schools with other schools that are implementing certain programs on how to help that school that doesn't have that program implement it and fund it. So definitely, if that's something, if they are looking to build a data science AI program, there are several schools around the country that have done this, implemented it, so you don't have to start from zero. The last thing I did want to mention is Kaggle. It's kind of a strange word, but it's Kaggle. And HP has a partnership with them. And what they are is a community of data scientists and machine learning engineers and practitioners. So there's about 7 million of them, and they are a subsidiary of Google. This platform helps data scientists at all levels find and publish data sets, explore and build models, and also work with other data scientists. They also have competitions to solve data science challenges often. So this is another great resource that I highly recommend if you want to learn more about data science. And we have several of our data science ambassadors who are Kaggle experts and have won these competitions. So it's something else that I just wanted to point out, Rick.
No, that's fantastic. And we do want to remind everybody that those links, we've covered a lot of fantastic information here today. And again, it just absolutely blows my mind. And most people, we take it for granted. We have no idea that a refrigerator shouldn't order groceries on its own, or that we shouldn't yell out to a certain voice assistant to turn on the lights or turn off the TV or do whatever it is that we need to do. We just take for granted that technology is there without really realizing what's behind it. And it's really nice to know that HP is providing these types of programs, this type of hardware that's really going to help bolster and take these technological advances into the future. What would be the next steps if one of our listeners out there is saying, this is something that I really want to explore? What is it that they need to do?
So I would say to reach out to your daily sales rep, and then they can have a conversation with you and then bring in the right resources like someone like me, because we would love to help you and your school implement more data science into your programs and even connect you with other schools, as I mentioned, that have worked with us, and they could help you build your programs and initiatives, as well as we can work with you on the grants program.
That sounds fantastic. And of course, everybody can always reach out to us here at Daily. We're always willing to talk about just about anything that comes to our customers' minds. Well, Kristin, this has been mind-blowing, and it really gives me hope for what's going to happen in the future. I just cannot imagine where things are going to go technology-wise in the future and just how much more advanced they're going to be. But it's really great to know that this type of program, and particularly the things you're focusing on, are going to help us get there.
Yes, I hope it was helpful, Rick. I definitely hope that we dispelled some rumors about it being so Star Trekky and futuristic. This is definitely the now. And if the students of today are not learning some of these skills, they will be behind in the future. So this is a great topic. I'm so happy we got to chat over it. And thank you again for having me.
Thank you, Kristin, for being such an amazing guest on the Technology Pulse. I have to admit, you shared some great information about data science, machine learning, AI, and so much more, and we really do appreciate you. Well, that's going to do it for another episode. Now it's time for some of that legal information. The Technology Pulse podcast is produced and presented by Daily Computers, Inc. Information presented in the Technology Pulse podcast cannot be copied or rebroadcast without Daily's expressed written consent. Remember that Daily is a premier provider of a wide range of technology solutions for the public sector throughout Maryland and Virginia. You can visit us on the web at www.daly.com, and you can find us on LinkedIn and Twitter under the name Daily Computers. We do invite you to subscribe to the Technology Pulse podcast to learn more about the host of technology solutions available from Daily and our vendor partners. If you have questions, comments, or concerns about the Technology Pulse, contact me directly. You can email me at ricko@daily.com. Until next time, this is Rick from Daily saying so long.